Okay. Uh, hey, how are you
Hi,
doing tonight?
I'm okay. Tired?
Uh, do you go by Beatrice or do you prefer a different name?
B is fine.
B's fine?
What most
Okay.
people call me.
So
Hmm.
let me explain to you a little bit about
Sure.
informed consent
Okay.
and um confidentiality. What
Hmm.
is said here stays here between us.
Hmm.
Nothing's said outside unless you give me like authorization to share information with someone else that you
Hmm.
would like me to share information with, or in
Okay.
case of emergency where you're a danger to yourself or to others.
Hmm.
Um, sorry, yeah, in the way.
I understand.
Okay.
Hmm.
Um, have you worked with a social worker before? And
Not a
what's your
social worker, a psychologist.
and what was your experience like?
It was very good. It was very positive. Yeah, no complaints. It was good. It was positive. I feel like definitely nothing wrong with the therapist. If anything, I don't know if I was a great patient because I struggle with like the being consistent. I tended to make appointments when things came up. And then I'd be like, okay, I'll make the next appointment next time that something comes up. And, instead of making it like a consistent thing in my life and not just reactive, I guess I should say. Yeah,
Totally
I
kind
always,
of in a crisis mode type
exactly,
situation.
exactly. It'd be like, oh, I'm in crisis. Oh, last time I was in crisis, it helped to talk to this person. So then I would like, reach out, make one appointment, maybe another one, and then it would be like 6 to 12 months before I reached out again, the next crisis.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess I struggle with the consistency of that.
What do you hope to get out of this session of our meeting together
This one in particular, or like moving forward?
moving forward?
Probably like what I was just saying, finding some consistency and yeah, I think some consistency. I think I tend to I want to work on my stress management. I think I have a really high threshold for stress, which is a good thing in a way, but it's also a bad thing because sometimes I don't realize that the stress in my life is like out of control until I start having like physical symptoms. And like I said, like until I reach that crisis mode. And then it's like, well, now what do I do? And so I think that I would like to work on, working on strategies to not get to that mode. So I'm not always like up, down, up, down, up, down.
What are you like? Who are your go-to people when you're stressed out?
Um, Definitely my husband would be number one. Um, and then I guess it depends on the type of stress. I mean, he's definitely for like any and all types of stress. I'd say like most of the stress in my life is work related. Most of the time work related, health related, are work and health are my top two stressors, I'd say. And all of those things, it's my husband who I talk to the most. I do feel like I have some really good friends and like mentors at work. So when it's like very specific work stuff, it helps me to be able to talk to people who truly understand what I'm talking about, and could give me advice when I need it. Most of the time, I just need to like talk about it and let it out, and that's my husband. But if I really need like advice or to think things through and decide on what to do, like I need to talk to someone at work who knows what I'm talking about. So I have some good mentors and leaders. And then health stuff, definitely my husband, those kinds of things we like work out and talk through together and decide together. And I have really good teams of people I trust who have been with me for a really long time. Yeah. So I have my people. Mhm.
What are some things that are going well in your life?
Going well?
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of things. My marriage is very good. I would call it like extremely healthy and wonderful and like my top, blessing. I have two kids and they are healthy and happy children. So that is major blessing. They're just, very normal kids, with normal kid challenges, but like I'm grateful for that. You know, they eat well, they sleep well, they're healthy. Um, and I have my husband and I have a really big social network. We have a lot of friends. I things that are going well. I would say I'm someone who I make a lot of time for my hobbies and things that I love. I work out a lot, which I love, and it's probably like the number one most important thing for my stress management and mental health is my exercise. Um, I make time for other hobbies. Like I dance in the Nutcracker every year, which is something I did growing up, and it's like an important part of me, and I've maintained that, and I'm proud of that, and I love it. It's important to me. I love to cook. I love to eat well and feed my family. So like making time to cook is something I prioritize. And, you know, so I would say that's going well for me. My job, even though it's a major source of stress, I feel like it's okay because my work is very important work. I feel good at it. I know I'm doing something important and valuable. So my work is going very well. I'd say I'm successful in my career. Um, what else? I already said I have a lot of friends. I have a good family. I don't have too many family members nearby, but I have, you know, I have my immediate family nearby, and I feel like I see them enough and talk to, you know, everyone enough. You know, I'm not the kind of person who like I don't talk to my pa parents every single day and like they don't know everything that I'm doing, but like I feel like, you know, we get together for occasions and whatnot, so that's going well. Um, Financially, things are going well in my life. My husband and I do just fine. We have a home. We love our home. We love our community. Uh,
Sorry, you froze. Hello?
Day goes by that I don't think about things that are going well. And I am healthy. I should say, like, even though I worry about my health so much, I am healthy. I am, you know, I am doing well.
What about like what stressors of work do you like struggle with the most?
So I have a hard time with, I would say like with boundaries, and I have a really hard time with biting off more than I can chew. I think I've always been that way. You know, I always say like my love language is acts of service. Like I love to be of service to others, and I think that's why I chose the field that I did. But like the position I'm in particular right now, which I've been doing for this is my fifth year, I love it. It's a good fit for me, but it's also like my job in a nutshell is to help other people pro solve their problems. So it's just a constant, and like I have my own tasks too, but like my number one task is really to solve other people's problems. So it's exciting that I go to work every day and I don't necessarily know exactly what my day will look like. Like that's cool. No 2 days are ever the same. But it can also be stressful when like a day like today, I cannot tell you how many times people came to my desk in a panic, you know, and it's my job to stay calm and think rationally and help when other people are like, "Did you see the third email that I just got from this parent? I don't know what to do." La, 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 and they want to call me on the phone. And I'm just like, "Okay, well, let's pull, you know, let's do this, let's do that." And it's like my whole day is like that, you know, and like I'll be in a meeting and I think, you know, my afternoon is going to be smooth. And as soon as I'm done with the meeting, there are 17 emails in my inbox of people needing things from me. So it's like I needed all day long. And while that feels good, there's obviously a lot of stress to that. And I have a tendency to always put other people's, like when other people need me, that always goes to the top of my list. And then the things that I need to do for my own job or for myself, like drop down. And, you know, sometimes that's necessary, but sometimes that's like a really unhealthy boundary. And I know that I need to work on that. And I have like mentors in the building who have recognized that about me and have told me like you need to work on that. Like you need to be better about that. And they've given me examples of how they do it, but I definitely struggle with that.
What are some goals you can set for yourself about setting boundaries?
Um, there's something I tried a while back and I should probably try it again. Um, I'm never going to be the person who's like, oh, I'll just respond to that email tomorrow, or oh, I just won't check my emails at night. Like, I can't do that. That just causes me more anxiety. I can't just leave things for tomorrow. Like, I won't be able to sleep. I need to take care of it. But something I could do just to communicate better boundaries is like schedule sending things. So even though my colleagues may choose to work at 9:30 p.m. and that's their right. And then I may choose to read my email at 9:31 p.m. and respond at 9:32 p.m., because I just want it done, right? I don't want to wake up thinking about it and then doing it. Like I want to get it done now. Something I could do though is send it for tomorrow morning. So to communicate to them that like if you email at me at 9:30, I'm not necessarily going to get back to you at 9:32 because that's kind of reinforcing like an unhealthy boundary. And I feel like if I respond in the morning, it would communicate better to other people that like she's not always on call, like all hours of the night, right? And then maybe people would stop reaching out so much in the evening, maybe not, but at least it would I think that would help anyway. And I tried that and then I kind of like fell off of that plan and I just need to get better about doing that again. I'm good about it with parents. With parents, even though I may choose to respond at night, I always schedule send because I don't want them to think like I'm going to be working outside of school hours for them. But with my colleagues, I need to be better about schedule sending or not responding to the Google chat in the middle of the night. Um, so that's a goal of mine. Another goal of mine is I really need to prioritize like eating lunch. I can't like go to my desk and sit at lunchtime and then decide, oh well, I'll just eat later so that I can answer all of these people's emails and solve all these problems. Like I need to say, I'm going to eat lunch now and then later I will solve these people's problems. So one goal I had for myself again last year, and it fell off after like, I don't know, a month, is to put lunch in my calendar. That way I can kind of like hold myself accountable, right? Like when I'm
Yeah.
looking at my calendar all day long, I see it's 11:40. I'm eating lunch right now. I'm not, I might multitask, but like I'm going to eat lunch right now. Because too many days go by where I'm like, oh my God, it's 2 o'clock. I didn't eat. Oh, I haven't gone to the bathroom yet. And that's just unhealthy. Like that's not right. And that's not necessary. I don't work in an ER. Like it's not life or death.
Um, so in general, like how do you feel like you do with like self-care?
Um, it depends on the day or the week or the month. I feel like, and maybe it's normal. I feel like probably above average. I, like I said about how I prioritize my exercise, like that never, I never not, I mean, like I don't break from my exercise routine unless I'm like really, really ill or something's come up with like my children or whatever. But like that is the top of like my self-care. I need to exercise. It's so important for my mental health and my physical health, obviously,
Yeah.
and just like my regulation. So I'm very good about that. I eat very well. I know it sounds like not great if sometimes I put off lunch, but like I eat very well. I never skip a breakfast. I eat very good dinners. I cook for my family. I indulge in the occasional treats. My husband loves ice cream, so we probably eat ice cream too much because he really likes it. Um, so yeah, I'm good about that. I treat myself to things that matter to me. Like I like to look nice. And so, you know, I dress nicely. I do my hair. I go get my nails done. Like things like that I think are self-care and are
Yeah.
important to me. I get my hair cut and my hair colored, every couple months and whatever. Like all of that is self-care. My husband and I think are really good at like taking care of our marriage and like each other. And making sure we go on a date once a month and like, even though that's for our marriage, like I do count that as being like for myself. I shower every day, like stuff like that. Like that's all self-care. Like I never neglect stuff like that. But I do also think though managing my stress is part of my self-care. And sometimes I am way too stressed and I know that that's not good for me. I mean, it's walking around with too much stress is just as bad as like not eating well or not exercising or drinking too much or taking drugs. I mean, like I know that it is toxic to our bodies. So I have to acknowledge that that is definitely something I need to work on, my stress management.
So that's one of the things we can work on is your stress
Mhm.
management and like your coping techniques.
Mhm.
There's different techniques to like as far as like deep breathing,
Mhm.
taking a moment, like, 5 minutes in the day for like meditation
Mhm.
to lower your stress levels and like focus on yourself and center yourself.
Mhm.
There's definitely like different techniques we can try together
Mhm.
to help reduce your stress levels into a
Mhm.
manageable way that you can like live a normal like a not a normal but like a good quality life that stress is not
Mhm.
like overwhelming you where
Mhm.
you need to schedule a crisis session
Right.
because you're so overwhelmed with everything.
Mhm. Right. I have tried meditation in the past and it's been very effective for me. Um, yeah, I guess I did it for a very like specific type of stress in my life because it was recommended to me and it was really effective. I did it during I had to do fertility treatments to have both of my kids. I did IVF and that was an extremely stressful process for obvious reasons. And I had a very hard time quieting my mind and sleeping. I was just like constantly anxious and panicking and worrying, and like, so I tried meditation um, during that whole process, and it was super effective for me. But I hadn't considered trying it again for quieting my mind for other reasons. You
Yeah,
know.
it can become part of your like nightly
My
routine.
night routine, yeah. Yeah, it was so good for me. I used to turn on like a certain app and it was so effective at quieting my mind and putting me to sleep. I never once heard the end of the thing of the series. Like I always fell asleep during it. Like I
Mhm.
still don't know how it ends because it was so effective for me. So I should try that again, but not the fertility one, right? Like I need to
Yeah,
find another one. That one was specifically about like fertility. Hmm.
but you can find other ones and then like
Hmm.
different like methods and like you said, exercise is a good release.
Yes. Yes, it's really good for me. And I have it scheduled. I go 3 days a week. But it's not the kind of thing that like, oh, I'm so stressed out, I'm gonna go do 5 push-ups. Like it doesn't work like that for me.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like a maintenance thing. But yes, like those are the kinds of things I could do that are like quick and at the end of every night. Or honestly, sometimes it's first thing in the morning too. Like it
Yeah.
Oftentimes my stress hits me right as I'm going to sleep, but lately I'm like waking up with like that anxiety and that like awful feeling of like doom, you know?
Yeah.
Uh, that's happened to me like a lot lately, where I
What do you
actually
think is
sleep
triggering that?
soundly. Hmm?
What do you think is triggering that?
I think it's a part of it. So I think I already said I work in a school. So it was summer break, although I worked through my whole summer, but it was still different. It was still summer break. And now it's like back to school, back to normal. And I think I'm still like adjusting to that. And so I feel like I didn't mention this. Another stressor on my mind right now is I've gone back to school like myself. I've gone back to grad school again, and that just started. And so I know that it's a lot. I said in the beginning, I tend to bite off more than I can chew. Like it's
Yeah.
just how I operate all the time, and I don't seem to learn from my mistakes. Um, but it's just a lot. I have a lot on my plate, and I'm aware that I have a lot on my plate, but I also know like I'm gonna get it done. but I wake up sometimes and like my first thought is everything that needs to get done that day. And sometimes it's like it's 6:10 a.m. and it feels like, getting to 10:30 p.m. again when I get to go back to sleep feels really far away. Like, got to get myself ready. I've got to get the kids ready for school. I've got to go do my job. I've got to, come home, get the kids, do the kids stuff again, make dinner, clean up, put the kids to bed, go to the gym, come home, do my homework. And it's like, I think all of that is going through my head as soon as I wake up in the morning. And then so that's when that like doom kind of sets in of like, oh
Yeah.
my God, when am I going to catch a breath today? Or when will I catch a breath again? So I think that's what's triggering it is I am just busy. My days are full. And yeah, so it feels overwhelming.
All right, so we've reached the point of our ending time.
Okay.
It's been great getting to know you and getting to know like the work ahead of us
Mm-hmm.
and what we can work on and our goals,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it comes to stress management.
Yes.
And it was lovely meeting you.
Thank you. Good to meet you too.